Okay, now we discuss from the point 6 of the second chapter. Okay, and then we'll proceed for the second chapter. As you already know, that we are discussing on the remarks of the astronomies of the Brahmins. So, whichever collected writings are there by Dharampal ji. In that, we already discussed the fifth points, in which like they have the principles, and like three principles usually they are having, like table and rule for calculating the place of the sun and moon. And second principle is there, the table and rule are calculating the place of the planets. And third principle is there, rules by which the phase of the eclipse are determined. So these are three are the which they are using it, and with their this principles they are calculating and they are doing all the aspects. So now we'll discuss on the sixth paragraph and sixth column of this. The Brahmins, like all other astronomers, have distinguished from the rest of the heaven that portion of them, though which the sun, moon, planet continuously circulate. They divide this space, which we call the zodiac, into 27 equal parts, each marked by a group of stars or as constellations. This division of zodiac is extremely natural in the infancy of astronomical observations, because the moon complete her circle among the fixed star nearly in 27 days, and so make a actual division of that circle into 27 equal parts. The moon too, it must be remembered, was at that time the only instrument, if we may say so, by which the position of the stars on which sides of her path would be ascertained, and when her own irregularities were unknown. She was, by the rapidity of her motion eastward, well adapted for this purpose. It is also to be phase of the moon that we are to a attribute the common division of time into weeks and portion of 7 days, which seem to have prevailing almost over the whole earth. The days of week are dedicated by Brahmins, as by us, to 7 planets, and that and what is truly singular, they are arranged precisely in the same order. So like whatever in English it is saying Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So same way in Brahmins it is there, Mangalwar, Shanivar, Budwar, Brihaspativar, okay, Shukrvar. It's like this all Shanivar and Mangalwar. So like that all are there in whatever yeah, you Britishers, they have taken their calendar the 7 days of week in that. So in a week 7 days are there. So these all like taken from this Brahmin textures, how it will be there, how can we divide a week, and when the week how we can put it in the month. So everything is like they have taken it from India. Okay, so it's clearly written in that collected writings of Dharampalji. Okay, how they have arranged everything, and they have then made their own calendars. Okay, and but whatever calendars in Hindustan we are following actually, uh, so that is little that Vikramaditya, the time, because of the Vikramaditya timing. So that things are different. So like they are celebrating the new year in different, like 31st December and 1st January onward. But here in India it's there after Holi festival and all. So here we have a different new year dates, timing and all, everything. Even the calendar, Hinduism, the correct calendar is different. Okay, other than this whatever these Britishers, they have made it all across the world. So these all things are there which they have actually taken it from India. So, with the constellation that distinguish the 27 equal space into which their zodiac is divided, the astronomers of India has connected, and none of those figures of animals which are among us of so ancient that yet to appreciate an origin. M. Lee Gentle has given us their name and configurations. They are informed for the first part of small group of stars such as Pleiades or the Hyades, those belonging to the same constellations, being all connected to by a straight line. The first of them, or that which is placed at the beginning of their zodiac, consists of six stars extending from the head of Aries to the foot of Andromeda in an zodiac, and occupying a space of about 10 degree in latitude. These constellations are far from including all the stars in the zodiac. Constellations are far from including all the stars in the zodiac. So basically that whatever stars are there, which they are told that 27 stars are there or something, so that one they have distributed and different type of animal, like here we have like Singh Rashi, okay, that Scorpion Rashi, so like that different animals they have prepared in that. So that is the zodiac signature signs, like Mesh Rashi. There's a fish Rashi is there. So different type of Rashis are there. So whatever things are there in Brahmin textures and their information, they're same, they have copied in their textures. So then these constellations are far from including all the stars in the zodiac, and M. Lee Gentle remarks that those stars seem to have been selected which are best adapted for making out by a line drawn. Without them, the places of the moon in her progress through the heavens. At the same time that the star in the zodiac are thus arranged into 27 constellations. The eclipse is divided as with us into 12 sign of 80 degree each. This division this division is purely idle and is intended merely for the purpose of calculation. The name of the emblem by which these signs are expressed are clearly are nearly the same as with us, and there is nothing in the nature or of the thing to have determined this coincidence. It must, like arrangement of the day of the week, be the result of some ancient and unknown communication. So like whatever god they have made it, like Bhagwan, whatever they have made it in our Sanatan Dharma, like it's like keep continuing from last thousands of years, like how it will be the star movements will be there, how it will be sun and moon movements will be there. Okay, it is like how it will be there day wise, how it will be there weekly wise, and how it will be there month wise. So it's all like coming it from last so many years. So from there only the same calculation if they are doing, again the same results are coming, like the exact timing of eclipse and exact timing of day night timings all across the year. So based on that they have decided that we will follow this pattern in their this thing as well, like because it is giving in some ancient and unknown communication between a god and a human, that this is how like time you have to be distribute, like weekly, daily, and yearly wise and monthly wise. So these all things are given. But they have taken these informations from Brahmins as well. So now we'll discuss on the eighth point, that motion by which the fixed stars are appear to move eastward and continuously to increase their distance from the place that the sun occupies at the vernal equinox is known to the Brahmins and enter into the composition of all their tables. They compute this motion to be at the rate of 54 seconds a year, so that their annus mogus, or the time in which the fixed star complete an entire revolution, is 24,000 years. This motion is too quick, quick, by somewhat less than 4 seconds a year. An error that will not be though great, which it is considered that Plotny committed. One of the 14th second is determined the same quantity. So whatever, one more guy is there, his name is Plotny. He also done it the calculation, and that also it's coming 14 seconds, so it's almost the same only. The another circumstances which is common to all the table and at the same time peculiar at the Indian astronomy is that they express the longitude of the sun and moon by their distance from the beginning of that movable zodiac, and not, as is usually with us, by their distance from the point of vernal equinox. So the latitude is reckoned in sign of 30 degree, as already mentioned, and each degree is subdivided into 60 degree, etc. in the division of time. Their arithmetic is purely sexageniously. They divide the day into 60 hours, the hour into 60 minutes, etc., so that their hour is 24 of our minute, their minute 24 of our second, and so on. So they have done it like that. Okay, but later they found that no, that timing of the clock also, it should be like in 24 hours should be the timing, and each hour is having 60 minutes, and each minute is having 60 seconds. Okay, so these all calculations, how it will be there the clock, how it will be there the full day pattern, your full weekly pattern, and how it will be the month pattern and year pattern, and how it will be that eclipse and all, everything is they have drawn in their calculation, and they have made the table, and based on that table only our Britishers, they came in India, they have captured all the data, and they have taken all that knowledge and informations from Brahmins, and they have taken it to their country. Okay, now we'll discuss on that ninth point. These remarks refer equally to all the tables. We all know to take notice of what is purpose of these, of each, beginning with those of Sion. In order to calculate for a given time the phase of any of the celestial body, three things are required. The first is the position of the body in some past instant of time, asserted by the observations, and this instantly from which every calculation must set out is usually called the epoche of the table. The second requisite is the mean rate of the planet motion, by which they calculated the arc in the heavens that it must have described in the interval between the epoch and instantly for which the calculation is made. By the addition of these to the place at the epoche, we find the mean place of the planets, and or the point it would have occupied in the heavens, but its motion being subject to non-irregularity. The third is the correction and account of such irregularities, which must be added to the mean place, or subtracted from it as circumstance require in order to have a true place. The correctness must made in the language of astronomy called an equation, and which it arises from the eccentric of the planet orbits. It is called the question of the center. So they have tried to made it with their way, if we'll make it this all astronomical part in their this way, different tables they have constructed, and they have also done like different rules, okay, and first, second, third, and okay, and based on that they have tried to made it in a different observating way, okay, if they are trying to make it, okay, but still they are not able to done it properly, and ultimately our concept also is recognized of worldwide on that this date, timing, and all everything aspects. So we'll discuss on that 10th point now. The approach of the table of Sion does not go back to any very remote period. M. Cassin, by an ingenious analysis of their rules, find that it corresponds to the 21st of the March in the year 638 of our era at 3 in the morning on the meridian of Sion. So 31st March, remember this date, okay, and this was the instant at which the uh, year astronomical year began. So, and at which both the sun and moon entered in movable zodiac. So this is the in our in Hindustan, we are doing the New Year celebration around this 21st of March, okay, as per our Vikramaditya calendar. So this whole thing, and then indeed it is to be observed that in all the table the astronomical year begin with the when the sun entered the movable zodiac, so that the beginning of this year is continuously advancing with respect to the season, and make the complete round of them in 24,000 years. From the epoch above mentioned, the mean place of the sun for any other time is deducted on the supposition that in 800 years there are they are contained 2090 29,227. Okay, so it's around 29 lakh 2207 days. This supposition involve in it in the length of a central year, and or the time that the sun takes a return to the beginning of the movable zodiac, and make it consist of 365 7 hours 12 seconds and 36 seconds. From this, in order to find the tropical year, or that which regular the seasons, we must take away 21 minutes and 55 seconds at the time which the sun takes to move over the 54 seconds that the star are supposed to have advanced in the year. There will be remaining 365 5 hours 650 minutes and 45 seconds, which is the length of the tropical year that is involved, not only in the table of Sion, but likewise very nearly in all the rest. The determination of the length of the year is but 1 minute and 53 seconds greater than the Dolly Cali, which is a degree of accuracy beyond which it is to be found in a more ancient table of our astronomy. So they have compared with other way of calculation, they have found that almost things are matching. So our whatever calculation, that is more compared better in the way. So okay, the 11th point we will discuss in the next lecture. Thank you, good day for listening. Thank you.